Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill and this is Trying to Stand Where I try new things in pop culture because I've been living under a rock. So yeah, believe it or not, I do keep a list of all the artists people bring up and suggest. I write them down and a name has been popping up quite frequently and I decided it's time. As I pick completely at random, and sometimes there is no method to my madness. But yeah, I'm gonna be listening to the music of AJR for the first time. I don't know anything about them. If I run into a song I've heard, it's gonna be by like coincidence in passing. Like there's not even like I know this or this. So I'm pretty excited. I like going in not knowing what's about to happen. So yeah, we're just gonna dive right in. I know they do music, and there's an A, and a J, and an R. I'm gonna be taking the most suggested songs from you guys in the comments, and I've made this list. But yeah, I'm gonna be starting with Bummerland, the official video, which already by the title, premiered August 31st, 2020. This is a 2020 sucks song. This is an oops all 2020. Now that's what I call 2020 Volume 3. I would not buy that. Oh, I like your voice. Ooh, I really like your voice. Oh, me! Oh, I didn't know you guys were fans of me. Oh, for real, I could join that lineup. Yeah, no kidding. I really hope so. I like this energy and this message and attitude. Oh, hey. Oh, I love the social distancing outside. Everyone's so far away and recording. Oh, that makes me happy. I really like your voice. I love the sound of this too.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, you didn't actually shave your head. I feel lied to. I feel betrayed. I really enjoyed that. I like the energy of it. I liked the message of like, yeah, this sucks. Keep your spirits up. Keep your optimism, don't be stupid, but you can be optimistic, And I think, especially right now, with so much going on, it's like, while everyone's chips are fairly low, I think that's really telling of an artist if they choose to make a song, like seeing all the precautions being made when they were like recording and like everyone outside and 6 feet apart and having that shot. I really liked that. I appreciate spreading that message, you know what I mean? Really like your sound and I really like your voice. Real good mastery of those highs. Saying like, we're giving up on the summer, like, looking forward. It really did like make me feel this sense of like excitement for an optimistic future. Like it was a very great invitation for me to feel optimistic as well. And I liked addressing like, it's a weird time, it's a stressful time, it's difficult, but like still trying to like do the best you can. I hope you're right that it's only coming up from here. Like I said, I feel like they're inviting me into their optimistic message, and I want to accept the invitation to the optimism party while also keeping social distance and wearing a mask if you go outside. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like having that combo, and it's like, you're valid to be frustrated, you're valid to be upset by all of this, but like also we have to, be smart and optimistic, and I kind of like adding in that combo. That was nice. I could see myself like really rocking out to that when I'm in like that melancholy mood, just for that like pick me up burst, and like I said, like getting that invitation to feel optimism, especially at a time like this. I think that's really important. I really like their sound. I'm really intrigued to hear more. It was cool that they were all like, doing percussion and stuff too. Like I wasn't expecting that. And I liked adding in the brass to that like indie sound. Oh, March 9th, 2017. Almost my birthday. Thank you, AJ. I have to hyperfixate on something positive or I'm gonna go nuts in Bummerland. Next is the official video for Week. Hope everything's okay. It's kind of weird seeing them on a subway after the social distancing video.
Bad for me.
No, don't die.
No, thank you.
Are they dead? They're in hell. Ooh. They're really good at like getting an emotional inflection with those highs. Like it feels like punctuation instead of like, look what I can do,
I promise I won't budge.
Ooh. Are you guys on the infinity train? Is that what's going on?
Wake up, we fall again.
Oh no. I don't like the darker train. It's time to go.
One sip. Bad for me. One hit.
Oh. Oh yeah, he got off the train. Oh no, he got off the train. No. Oh God. Well damn. 2 songs and they're dead. Well, there you guys go. Don't forget to like now. I really liked the energy of that song, and I liked the message I was kind of picking up on, where it was like perseverance and like trying to find an answer through self-reflection and like, you know, understanding breaking points, understanding your situation, addressing and accepting that you have shortcomings, like being a human being. The idea of like still trying to move forward through the train. Like, it gave me this feeling of like, don't give up. Like, it's okay if you have buckled under this before. There's still like room for change, improvement, growth, understanding, even if it's gradual. Like, keep persevering. And I really liked that kind of spirit and energy for it. Made me sad that the train hit him. The lyrics just say ooh-wee-ee-ah-ya. Those highs right there, like those moments, it, like I said, it felt like a punctuation, like an exclamation point at the end of the statement, like kind of like sending that energy out, you know, through that frustration in that moment. At first I got the impression that the lyrics were about like complacency, but then tied with the visual and then like the energy, like the charge of the song, it made me think of making a reckless decision or taking a step back. Like, that doesn't mean just give up on trying to improve. You know, understanding like sometimes you are weak, sometimes you are going to give in, you know, hanging on to what you've learned about yourself and trying to use that moving forward to try to like grow and improve. I kind of liked this energy of nothing's wrong with making a mistake while still persevering. I really liked that. Or maybe it's also like a reminder, because like keep going back and forth between like saying no thank you, they call me after dark, I don't want no part, my habits, they hold me like a grudge, I promise I won't budge. Maybe when faced with those again, you remind yourself of why they're bad decisions. Because like I didn't feel this point of like giving up. Like, it felt like resilience. It never once felt like giving into, well, I'm weak. It's like, it's okay to have had those moments as long as you keep, like I said, like striving for improvement and growth and, you know, hanging on to that understanding as you like move forward. We were also wearing the same hat. I don't understand people who just wear the same hat in all their projects. It gave me this impression of like trying to break multiple bad habits at once. So it's like cutting yourself some slack while you're still, like reminding yourself that you're human if you have a step back on some while you're still progressing with others. You know, like any step forward is a step forward. Like, it was kind of like Bummerland, where it was like, again, an invitation to be optimistic for this situation too, but also an invitation to like fight back. Like, it feels very giving of this energy, whether it's self-observed or observed of the world to have this story. Like, I'm not sure whose POV it is per se. I like that idea of like, you know, oh, like the little train that could. Maybe that's what it's in reference to, as well as Infinity Train. I really love their sound. Like, it has such a pleasing, like, interesting combination to it. Oh, they're all like little sad puppets. I don't like that. Be happy puppets. This is the official audio, so no video today, but this is Karma.
I've been so good, why am I feeling empty?
Oh, but that's okay.
Where the hell is the karma?
Oh.
Are you asking me why?
Oh, I like that feeling of like processing in the music.
Today's appointment.
Appointment? Like therapy? Therapy's good. Or going to the doctor. Like, it's starting to feel melancholy. That's so cool.
Am I normal or not?
No, it's normal to feel this way.
I've been so good, I've been working my ass off. I've been so good.
Okay, wow. Okay, this was a bad idea.
I've been so good this year.
Ooh, this is a little too relatable for me right now.
I don't wanna say bye.
Yeah, good.
Give me instructions, I promise I'll follow.
That's not healthy either.
Should I be good this year?
Oh my god. That spiral at the end messed me up. Like, that's such a valid feeling, you know? Like, feeling like you're still doing your best, like doing good, trying to contribute positive things, even trying to have a positive outlook or attitude, and it's not working out. Either success isn't coming your way, or if it is, it's feeling so fleeting, or it's starting to like dwindle or die down. Like, everything's just starting to feel kind of empty and thankless. Either it's not making you feel good, or it's starting to like actually, like, the excitement, the hype, the level of success is starting to go down. Now you're sitting there wondering if you've just done something wrong, you know, to anger the universe. I've been feeling that way for a long time now. It's like Only the Good Die Young, but without sounding so dismissive or resigned to it. It's like, no, that shouldn't be how that works. Why is that how that works? But then taking it even a step further, and it's not just even about like, well, where's my success? Where's my fame? Where's my time? It's like, where's that? Why don't I even just feel good? You don't know how to like keep a firm footing, or you don't know how to realize that you're still doing something. Like, you don't know the impact you have on others or the world or on such a grand scale, and you know, starting to feel like a disattachment from that. Like it's heartbreaking, but that's very real. And being afraid of like things getting to a darker place or not knowing what to do. You know, yes, going to therapy, seeing a specialist if that's what you feel is best. Then also finding yourself like in such a trajectory to where it's like, well, I also don't want to be reliant on another human being. You know, like therapists aren't machines. They're also not gods. And like, you know, and on top of that too, it's like not wanting to turn assistance into a crutch, you know, as you're being told like, no, like you are improving, like not feeling it. And then it starts to become this frustration of like, maybe this whole time I've been doing it wrong and I'm not expressing it right. And like adding to that spiraling effect, and just how fast everything was getting towards the end. You could hear it instrumentally too. Like you could like the pounding drums, just like at first I was like, ooh, excitement, good karma, right? And just it stayed that same like pounding throughout. It started to get a little numbing, and then I noticed like certain instruments were kind of going in and out like very quickly, like fleeting moments. I really loved that. I really appreciate being that honest, because it's ironically you're doing another service, not only I hope for yourself by like getting that thought out there, or observing this part of human nature and wanting to articulate so other people, in this case me, not feeling so alone, you know? I don't know, I really appreciate that. And it really kind of struck a nerve with everything going on and everything that was going on before 2022. It's like sometimes when things start to get that way, either from lack of success or bad luck, or things are still happening but it's not making you as happy anymore, it's like, well, what? I must have done something wrong. Like sometimes when there is no answer, you know, like sometimes you do kind of start to blame yourself. And I think what makes it even scarier is that like the whole thing, like talking to the doctor and, you know, what about your other patients and all that stuff, you know, again, like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm here in therapy. Fix now, please. Like fix me now. Like that frustration, that fear of like, what if this won't help, or you're just not feeling that change because it is so gradual. And you know, that's also valid too. It's like realizing that your hair is too long. Like you stay in your body 100% of the time. So it's like if something starts to gradually change, like you might not notice or feel it or be able to take it in right away. I'm not a professional, but that's just where my mind kind of goes, where it's like, okay, I'm here. Like I took the appointment, I paid the copay, here I am. Fix me now, please. Like just starting to get so overwhelmed and starting to be afraid that it's not working. But I love, like I said, like normalizing the conversation and sharing that feeling and message. It's kind of ironic that it's like, you know, I hope this song did help you feel better, but like it's ironic because it does feel so giving. I hope this did make you feel better, and I really appreciate forwarding that message along. That just hit like a ton of bricks. I really enjoyed that song. That was tough, but like articulating it so well like that too. Like I think it proves its effectiveness that it had that kind of effect, you know? Plus also the last two songs being uplifting. I like that this one's also like validating. It's very caring. I really enjoyed that. I respect it a lot. This is in February of 2020, back when, you know, the answer was wash your hands. And we couldn't even do that right. God, the number of people who were like, what, like more than once a day? Yes, more than once a day. I was around some gross people though. I'm not gonna say that was everyone's experience, but yes, I had someone adjacent to me go, at a job I used to have, go like more than once a day. You only wash your hands once a day? Come on, man. This is bang. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a rant. Everybody pretend you know this song. Ooh, why the animal masks? And why is that one dressed like Julian Salamata on Halloween?
Metronome.
Man, I'm up to something.
What?
Here we go.
Ha! I don't know why I liked that, like, auto-tune moment. Ooh, I heard that high note, but why are you stealing all the chips? I I love the sound of it. I'm just trying to figure this out. I loved the way that was shot. It felt like a Wes Anderson moment with the camera trickeries. I really enjoyed the song, but like I'm trying to figure out, you guys okay? Like, very unfortunate that dropped at the beginning of 2020. Like, hey, one last time, like, you know?
That was popular on TikTok.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that's
okay.
how I know it.
Stan. I really liked the song. Like, I loved the energy of it. I loved, like, how kind of goofy and funny, both, like, musically as well as visually it was. Like, with the, oh, like, suddenly there's a narrator in that, like, auto-tune-y kind of moment there. Like, it almost feels to me like as if you think you're a fraud. You know what I mean? Like, pretend you know this song. Maybe they were, like, planning on, like, taking a reprieve or a break. Because I don't know, it gave me this idea of, like, you know, especially tying in with the visuals, it's like, everyone pretend that you know this song. Like, hype it up, you know, make it big. And then, like, they're stealing the chips and stuff at the craps table. You know, that kind of, like, success for them. Like, maybe they kind of saw themselves as, like, con artists. And they're like, I don't think we can repeat this, so everybody just pretend you love this song. Like, maybe that is what it is. It's, like, a fear of moving forward, because it's, like, so much support, so much, you know, success and gratitude. It's like, there's no way we're gonna be able to do that again. So let's fake it. You know what I mean? Obviously with Bummerland coming out in August, this wasn't like their last song, but maybe it was like them taking a break. But I loved like the big fanfare of it. Plus then also the way they were dressed. It gave me like that circus con man, Greatest Showman kind of vibe to it, you know what I mean? It had a very fanfare nature, and then the idea of like, just pretend you know this song. I need to pay my taxes properly. Maybe that's kind of the joke that they're kind of playing into, is it's like, how did we trick you guys into liking our stuff? We're never going to be able to top that or do it again. I think it has like a very tongue-in-cheek kind of attitude to it. But I loved the way it sounded, and it felt like a grand finale. It felt like a, you know, grab what you can from the buffet and run kind of a moment. I really loved that, because I'd never really felt that kind of energy from a song like that before. You know what I mean? Like it had a very like, holy crap, also have some fun in case we never get to make another song or we never have another hit again. One last bow, one last party, one last celebration before it's too late, which is a little haunting given the time that it dropped, at least on YouTube. You know, almost like they either were revealing the con or like everything was coming undone at the seams. Like, the show has a budget. Like, we can't do this. Like, we gotta go. Or the metronome, that was it. Like, metronome and then the... Like, it makes me think, like, if the song was, like, on a stage and, like, the scaffolding's getting exposed and the curtains are all ripped and falling apart and they're just stealing what they can, like, pulling, like, the crown molding out of the floor on their way out. And, like, I kind of liked that energy and that kind of comedy to it, where it really was, like just disbelief and gratitude, but also, like, just kind of, like, laughing at the disbelief. And, you know, there was something about it that I really just enjoyed, and like the song just by itself too, like really like felt fun, but it also felt like a final spectacular. But I felt like I was in on the joke as well, you know, like everyone just pretend you like the song. Like it did, like it felt like I was in on it too. And I'm sure there's a lot of this that's going over my head because I don't know your history at all. I really liked it. Like I loved how big and grand but also cheeky it felt all at once. I really liked that. His voice is nuts, but also like I love just the way it made me feel. Like it did, like it made me think of like a circus, which again, playing more into that feeling. It's like, you know, circuses even before all this were starting to die out and go away now for obvious and very, very good reasons. But like even that, like it felt like a like having it have that like fanfarean kind of quality to it. It felt like they were afraid that they were going extinct as well, you know? I really liked that. It was just fun. All right, and we are closing out the night with the official video for Burn the House Down. I hope your house is okay. That's a little frightening after the one about help, I can't pay taxes, pretend this song is good. I feel like I got like a little sampling of everything so far. Like all my emotions. I've been like determined, I've been excited, I've been optimistic, and I've been devastated and hurt. What's left? What's behind curtain number 5? Ooh, hello. Ooh.
No one's gonna listen to me.
Well, that's not true. You don't know that.
What is wrong with
Oh.
you? Got something to hide.
Oh, God. I mean, I love the power of the song. traversing the times, like how seriously would people take you and being afraid of speaking up? I don't like the evil slender businessman. Oh yeah, because that's about fake news and not trusting the media. Yeah, I think it's about traversing the world and trying to figure out when to not look away and when to speak up. That's fascinating.
You still hang my head low.
Hell yeah! Yeah.
We gon' burn the whole house down.
Ooh, I loved how like cold and direct and determined that was there. That's interesting. I really liked that. I really liked that one. I loved it because like obviously me being me and a lot of the situations that have been in conversations that have come up lately, it's like, yeah, you really don't know like when is it your turn to speak up? Should you do something? Should you hang back and like listen? What do you do? And like, and it's not in a sense of like just fear, but like fear of like overstepping as well as inactivity, like trying to find that middle ground. And I loved like just that moment of like join in, like march in the streets with the people from Twitter, like literally. But I loved how first it was like this, complacency, like roller coaster ride. Oh, we will cover your eyes for this part, but like, look, where something dangerous is happening with this woman, but like, should be safe, right? If it's part of the ride, but it was like that same faceless, the slender businessman, but that like faceless entity, you know what I mean? Like that enemy you can't put a face to. And then seeing that same image, person, entity thing, like also like smashing the TVs and like taking down like, trust in media and truth in media, literally as it said it on the screen. I love that idea of like, you acknowledge that you're not seeing the full picture. You're not sure what to do, but you want to help and like trying to maneuver that. It's like at some point you have to like get off of that autopilot, speak up, do your research, stop letting them put the blindfold on and off of you. And I loved how like determined, like a cappella, like I said, like that cold moment where it's like time to get up. I loved that. You could also feel it like musically too, like more instruments were starting to come in, especially that like trumpet, like brassy moment there. Like more instruments were starting to come in and it felt like, more information being added, more perspectives, more voices in the room. Like it just felt like this is the gradual growth from everyone staying informed and taking on the faceless enemies, the bigger problems, and like listening and figuring out when to step up and speak out. I think it is really interesting, especially seeing that song dropped in like 2018. I'm like, I just said it right now, I'm like, that covers a lot of 2020 for me, where it's like I want to help, but I want to make sure I'm actually helping. You know what I mean? Resources and links to education information in the description, by the way. And even now, I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing or enough. And I don't know. Sometimes you gotta take it in stride and figure it out, And I think that's kind of part of it too, is it's like, they didn't get off the ride at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it will be tricky to get the rest of this information. Like, you're never gonna truly understand somebody else or a whole different, experience altogether of being a human, but still understanding that like something needs to be done. Like it's not saying that it's easy. It's just saying that like after a certain point you make a decision, and sometimes it's ignorance that leads to like that inactivity, like that's what I really felt like, because it didn't feel like they were sitting there going like, wow, this is fun. They were like, what's going on? Why are you throwing daggers at that lady? Why are you breaking the TVs? Oh, blindfold back on. It felt like they were kind of processing and trying to figure it all out too, and I kind of loved taking that in once it all kind of clicked, like them like getting up and getting off the ride and seeing what was really going on outside of the ride. I found it really interesting, and it like reminded you of the power of the individual and like critical thinking, and as well as like paying attention. It was very interesting and very provocative, and I really liked it, and I loved the energy of it too, where again it was like inviting. It was inviting you to like think beyond, like consider others' experiences, think beyond your own, but also illustrating how like, once you kind of start to see like how much information you've been receiving or being offered has been warped, and seeing that there's like a bigger picture out there. It even gave me an element sometimes of like not even knowing fully what's going on, but like wanting to wanting to help. Watch it on the news. What you gonna do? I could hit refresh and forget. Used to keep it cool. Should I keep it light? Stay out of the fight? No one's gonna listen to me. If I write a song preaching what is wrong, will they let me sing on TV? It's like, yeah, like trying to figure out how to do it effectively, how to do it without overstepping, as well as, you know, losing the platform you're trying to advocate on top of at the same time, making it less scary to look past what's in front of you in that weird, creepy amusement park ride thing. Giving yourself credence to, like, you know, yeah, like if you used to hang your head low or, you know, bite your tongue, let's focus on what comes next instead of what you've done. Like, it's not too late to, like, pay attention and step up and say something now. End your contribution to the problem. And I kind of liked that encouragement of it. It illustrated how complicated it seems, at least from my perspective, how complicated it seems, and then how simple it really is. It's like, listen, advocate, you know, resources, educating. Like, there's so many things you can do that are so much better than inactivity or choosing ignorance. You, the individual, will never have all the answers. You know, like I loved listening to it, and I loved the energy and the spirit of encouragement. You know, does that make sense? I think that one might be my favorite, actually. But I also really liked Bang. I liked them all. I loved how, and I was saying it earlier, I loved how they all made me feel different. Like, I feel like this was a really good, like, diverse, like, appetizer platter of their music. I felt like each one made me feel something different. Each one sounded so different, too. And it almost became, like, a fun surprise to, like, wait for what the next tracks, like, instrumentals would bring. I love that everything was so different. I really like his voice, the ways that it can, like, you know, invoke, and like I said, it's like inviting thought, energy, you know, a way of thinking or feeling right now without removing validity from the person. It's like, here's my perspective. I hope it adds something to yours. And I really liked that. Like, everything felt very gentle but firm. I really enjoyed that. You guys, again, did not disappoint. Thank you. But yeah, there you guys go. Those are my thoughts on AJR. What do you guys think? Are there other songs you want me to check out? Things that I missed? What do you think of my thoughts and the songs? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Subscribe if you want more. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Making extra content during this holiday time of year helps me process and, you know, de-stress and distract, and I hope it did the same for you. Please, guys, remember, as always, there are links in the description for education and resources on Black Lives Matter, as well as the Trevor Project and mental health resources should you or someone you know need them. Please wear a mask if you're going to go out. Please be safe, be mindful and respectful of others, and remember to take care of yourselves, please.